Yo, what's up? Hey, I'm here with the stream today. We're gonna do some Mario Kart. A few weeks ago, I did the All Cup Tour Part 1. And so now, it's time for soup in the name of Mario Kart 8 once again. And we're gonna do the other half of the All Cup Tour stream. Basically, I thought a 3-hour block would be plenty time to get through all the content of, the 48 tracks plus the other 48 equal a number. I think that is 96. Math is difficult. But, how you guys doing? I'm kind of a little under the weather today, admittedly, but it's mostly just like a scratchy throat. Like, I feel fine, but I almost feel like a sickness is inbound for me. So, I was gonna do more today, but we're just gonna do Mario Kart, if that's all right. I mean, this will take long enough, truthfully. This will be a 3-hour stream. So, oh, I need the game card. Oh, I forgot about that. Well, shit and fart. Oh, I got it right here. It's fine. Let me just plug this bitch in. Yeah, just plug that in real quick. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is potentially, if I do stream all of this today, this might be the last time I stream Mario Kart 8. Full stop. So, if you want to play with me, this will probably be your last opportunity too. At least for a while. Don't feel like going to go find it? That's cool too. It'll just be a mostly chill stream today where I do the races. I'm gonna try to do some online today, but if no one wants to play with me, that's fine. I can just do the tracks in single player. That's also cool. Like I said, today I just want to do a mostly chill stream. I was gonna do Fight Night Friday, but I really just I don't fully feel up to it, truth be told. So much more focus on finding this dog. Oh, okay. That's fine. Alright, so I'm gonna select. I'm gonna start out as the old classic Pete. You never met a Pete that did you wrong. Alright. And then room ID is right there. Should probably... Didn't I create like a scene for this? Yeah, here we go. Except this has like the old background. Hang on, let me get the new one. Yeah. Yeah. Media source, right? I think it's this. Yeah, there it is. Alright. Okay, and then let's change the room ID info. FL 1JQ. There we go. So yeah, if anyone wants to join, I'm gonna sit here for a couple of minutes, I guess, and see if anyone wants to join. But if not, that's cool. I'll just play through the rest of the courses, single player. It's all fine with me. I don't think this is necessarily the last time I'm ever gonna sit down and play Mario Kart 8. You do not remember where we stopped? Last time we played this, we did all of the base courses. So now, today, we're starting with the DLC. So yeah, we did the first 48. And so we have another 48 to go. So it'll be another 3-hour stream, I guess. Then you're really good? Alright. I think this booster course pass was pretty good, but it's not my... I don't think it was amazing like I was hoping it was going to be. Obviously, there were some notable exceptions. Being... Well, there was no Airship Fortress. That's the big one. Honestly, I could have gone with without some of my other favorite courses. Airship Fortress just made the most sense and was the biggest missed opportunity. But I mean, we got some other cool courses. Like, I will say the GBA courses had a lot of potential, and most of the remakes for the GBA courses in this were pretty good. I enjoyed them. Alright, well, if anyone comes in later, I know I talked to my friend Caleb, and he was telling me he was interested in joining, so I may come back to this. I'm just gonna do some single player, I think, for the time being. So, that's fine. But yeah, hope everyone else is doing well today. As I mentioned, you know, I'm feeling a little under the weather, but it's not really, like, that bad for me, truth be told. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I can kind of feel it in my voice, so I'm probably not going to be super high energy today. We'll do it on hard computer, so that way I have at least something to go against here. And just normal items, it's fine. Alright, so yeah, there's a lot of these DLC courses I have played on, of course, more than others, because I like them more. But also, several of them I haven't really played since, like, the beginning. Like Choco Mountain, I remember liking, but I haven't really played on that one all that much. So, we're just gonna kind of go in order here. And then... next question, I'll move on. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing alright. Anyone got anything planned for this weekend? I know tomorrow is my 10-year anniversary of starting to make YouTube content. Well, kind of. It's when I made the channel. I don't remember if I started posting videos day one. Probably not. I don't really have most of those videos from way back then anymore, because they were bad. That's truthfully the reason. I do remember some of my earliest content that I ever made before was in anticipation of this game. Because yeah, created the channel on January 6th, 2014. And then, specifically, this is the Live Libraries channel I'm talking about, by the way. Technically, if we want to get, like, all super technical, my real 10-year anniversary for creating a YouTube channel was yesterday, actually. Because that's when the Outlet channel, for those who remember that, was originally made. A couple days passed, and then we decided to make our own secondary YouTube channels for, like, additional content as well. Oh shit, I almost went the wrong way. I kind of haven't played on Paris in a while. This was like the most, average of the, tour courses. In both a positive and a negative, mostly positive way. Because I tend to not really love most of the, what the fuck are you doing? I tend to not really love most of the tour tracks, truth be told. And would be totally fine if the next Mario Kart game had 0 tour tracks. The only, quote-unquote tour track that I want to see in the next game is that Yoshi's Island one. Also, if we can get Poochie as a racer, that would be great. But yeah, I started with, like, hype content for Mario Kart 8. It feels so weird to think about, but yeah, this game is, in a lot of ways, pretty special to me and my, I guess, career or lack thereof with streaming, right? So, you know, it's kind of bittersweet to say goodbye to it, but I think it's finally time. We can put a cap on it, and then, move on. my first ever live stream was also Mario Kart 8. We mentioned this in the Lethal Company stream because I was there with Agari, who was, you know, I've been friends with Agari since middle school. And so Agari knew me, obviously, back in when this game came out initially, the original Wii U release. And they were part of that stream as well. I had like 8 of us, if I recall. Like, I think I made it a point to be like Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 8 players. Even though the game only supports 4, we had like a rotation system going on. It was a shit stream. I didn't know anything about bitrate. I did a lot of research before doing the stream, but it was still just a garbage stream. But, you know, for those who are looking to get into content creation, you might not want to take all the advice from me since I'm not exactly successful. But if you just want to do it as a hobby like I do, my advice to you is literally just start. Just do it. Don't give a fuck. Get better over time. I think Link's gonna beat me here. How many pixels? At least 2. That's as many as I can promise. Pretty sure I streamed in 720p at that time. But like, yeah, I didn't know shit about like bitrate. So like, I mean, even some of the earlier like live libraries VODs kind of still look like shit. I haven't really removed too many of like early live libraries as far as like live content. Like I started archiving streams when I really like became semi-active with streaming in 2017. That's when I would say the real birth of me like really pushing for like streaming somewhat frequently was. And believe it or not, you want to know what game was the first game I archived on the live libraries? It was fucking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. It was like May 25th, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe stream. I don't plan to really celebrate that anniversary. Just this one, I remembered. I was like, oh yeah, I guess it is. So, I guess I'm gonna do a little something tomorrow for that. It won't be for everyone, but I'm gonna do a randomizer run of Majora's Mask. Might not finish it all in one sitting. If so, it'll be like a 2-parter. But I intend to do it in one sitting. I think I can if I like really buckle down. I'm gonna have Fierce Deity be in the randomizer pool. So if I get that early, then I'm just gonna tear through everything. And yes, I will be enabling Fierce Deity everywhere, of course. You can't do Fierce Deity Majora's Mask randomizer and then just be like, oh, but it's still only for the bosses. I mean, you can, but like, why? Hey, Arnold. As far as I'm aware, there's no such thing as a Xenoblade randomizer, so unfortunately, we'll have to settle for the second best game of all time, in my opinion. My professional, factually based opinion. Based? Oh, fuck. Well, fuck that guy. Who is that? It's Link again. Why is Link being an asshole? If you guys want to do online, by the way, people who are just joining, I will be open to, you know, doing online later. I just figured I didn't want to sit on the, whatever screen for too long. He knows you want 2D games to exist. Who knows I want 2D games to... What? What is that chat message? Huh? What'd I say? Alright. So, yeah, Choco Mountain is pretty good. I enjoy that. I really like the music there. Throwback to when everyone was analyzing the flat texture grass of Toad circuit. Which, to be fair, I think Toad circuit included as the very first track of the Booster Course Pass is fitting in so many ways. One, it shows, their like white bread approach to selecting which courses were going to be included. But also, realistically speaking, not shitposting, I think the course is like, it's not really iconic necessarily, but it's a good first track. The only other like first track that I would have wanted to see would have maybe been Luigi Circuit from Mario Kart Wii, but even then it's like, it's not really that interesting of a track either. I mean, generally Luigi circuits are pretty good. The one from 64 was alright. And I remember liking the one in Double Dash as well, but I still do, you know what? I will say I do find it appalling that 98 tracks in the game and not a damn one is Luigi themed. The closest we get is, the Luigi Mansion Battle course. And then, like, if you want to be, like... If you want to somehow stretch the representation to say that Twisted Mansion is somehow a Luigi course, I guess fine. Whatever. I should have done Figure 8 Circuit. Remember that track? Even though they already have a Figure 8 Circuit in the Mario Kart 8 Mobius strip. I am, by the way, playing this with the new graphics card. Do let me know if the visuals of the stream have seemingly improved any. Like, Mario Kart in particular is a real good stress test for, like, capture cards and bitrate. Because it can be, especially when you're playing 200cc, there's a lot of moving colors. And that is, like, the ultimate test to see if you've got a good card or have things set up right. Because, like, if you pause the stream and then look at it and, like, shit is blurry, then that's bad. But the clearer it is, the better it is. I mean, no matter what you do, you're gonna have a situation where, I'm gonna be Funky Kong now, by the way. You're gonna have a situation where it doesn't look as good as the capture quality. But as far as I'm aware, this should look pretty damn... Oh, what the hell? I was going to show you the full screen thing. Where is it? Disabled that one. There you go. Seeing it in full screen maybe might make a difference to make it, like, more noticeable here, right? Tokyo Blur isn't exactly going to be the best example of that. When we get to Ninja Hideaway, that'll be a good stress test. Or any Rainbow Road. Those have lots of colors. You're probably the worst person to ask for that. Well, dear viewer, it's okay. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal to me. The capture card that I have is more just... Well, there's a couple of reasons why we upgraded the capture card. One was Elgato is one of the worst companies when it comes to capture technology. They look fine if you're just recording, but when you're trying to stream with them, they're kind of problematic. For one, no matter what context you're recording or streaming in, if you don't have pass-through for an Elgato card, fuck you, then it's basically unplayable. So you need to play it with pass-through, because the render delay is like, I think like a whole second, if not more. And that's like... Sure, maybe like with some older capture cards, they just have like a slight render delay. We're talking like 100 milliseconds, a tenth of a second. It's inconvenient, certainly, but you know, it's still manageable. But Elgato is just garbage. I don't know if their internal cards have the same kind of delay, but at least when it came to the external ones, this was my experience. But if you're just looking to get the job done, you know, Elgato's not a terrible company, necessarily. But the Saber Media card is real nice. For streaming in particular, if you don't have, like, a TV, you can just use your direct capture feed and look at that. Like right now, OBS and my actual monitor that I'm playing the game off of are perfectly in sync. And for the last 10 years of me doing capturing, that has not been the case for me. And then you gotta apply like a whole bunch of render delays to your audio to get shit synced up. And then my Elgato in particular was really on the edge of its life because I was noticing as certain streams progressed, sometimes the capture card would just randomly chunk in a place that the game didn't chunk, and then it would be behind by a bit. The audio wouldn't get desynced from itself, like the capture and of the audio and the visual is the same. But I would notice, you know, I used to do like I used to do a sync test with the Smash Ultimate like main theme. I would just like hum along to it to see if I was in sync. And like my settings when I start a stream are lined up perfectly, but then by the end of a stream, shit would be desynced for some reason. So that's my experience with Elgato. Also, this course in Mario Kart DS is kind of forgettable, but I kind of really like the music. So I'm willing to give it a pass for here. Love that turn. And by love, I mean hate. Like, an agonizing hatred that will make me, like, slit throats. Just go ahead and put me on a watch list. Like, I'm just gonna admit to it right here. Keep everyone safe. Keep me away from that turn. And then, like, the people will be fine. Oh. Almost drove straight into that bus. I saw a fucking tweet recently where someone was like, we need to invent the rail-less, like, subway or, like, train, so that way, you know, we can have multi-passenger, like, transport. And then someone was like, dude, that's just a bus. Like, I don't know what that person was wanting necessarily. But, yeah, they were asking if a bus could be invented, so... Boy, do we have good news for them. It's been out for a while. The old bus technology. Bus. Bus, please. Sky Garden. Alright, now, remember what I said earlier about the GBA courses getting good remakes? This one was just alright. For some reason, I don't know how it is, but I feel like the course somehow got smaller in this version. Maybe it's just because I'm used to, like, the CC classes of, like, previous games, and in 200cc, you go through shit really fast. But I do, for some reason, feel like this course is, like, vastly smaller. There's a Toad house in this course? Where? Toddson house? Oh, I thought I was gonna fall through the hole on that leaf. I was like, that's so unfortunate. Where's the Todd house? I see pipes in the background. Alright, regardless of your feelings on the track. I will say the booster course pass music still remains to be pretty good. It's clear to me that maybe some of the original composers on the game weren't fully involved. Or at least they took things in a little bit of a different direction. But it's still pretty good. It doesn't quite hit the highs of like the base game soundtrack, but I still enjoy Booster Course Pass music. Now, could you believe my agony, my absolute frustration with the world, when my friend Caleb told me that he does not like the base Mario Kart 8 music? Fuck all you. Oh my god. Holy shit, the top speed on that is immense. He told me, to quote him directly, he told me it was garbage. I'm like, okay, that's bait. But like... yeah. So wait, where's the Todson house? Oh, I saw it in the background, yeah. For some reason, I've never noticed that Todson house. Huh. Why is he living up in the clouds? Like, he got his head up in the clouds. Can he, like, not? Can he pay the fuck attention, please? Alright, I think this will be a decent showcase of, like, how good and clear the capture card should be. So I'm just gonna full screen this. Even if folks in chat can't really tell the difference, I'll be able to tell, I think, when I look at it. Particularly when I pause the recording to get, like, screenshots. That's when it'll make the most difference. Because with the Elgato, things would, like, blend together, and it would look fine when in motion, but, yeah. I also think this capture card, well, I know it does. It captures at a higher resolution than the Elgato. The one I had was just the HD60, which was the best at the time that Elgato offered, you know, 10 years ago. But since then, you know, there's internal capture cards and 4K capture cards that they have. But this one is a 4K card. It's called the AverMedia Live Gamer 2.1 or something like that. And again, I just need to, you know, thank my sister for buying this for me, because that was insane for her to do that. Like, I put it on my Christmas list, not really expecting anyone to buy it, but just like, my family doesn't really know what I'm into, because they don't ask. So I have to make a list every year of just like, here's, you know, here's things that would be helpful. I don't know. No. There are no Todd houses in this level, however, so this thing sucks. Now, the jury's out on this one right now, but is this a Wario track? It is, right? Like, there was a garlic with... there's a garlic all over the place, but there's also, like, Wario stashes. My question is, like, how is this Wario related? It's not like Kat and Anna from WarioWare. Fuck. Yeah, see, there's Wario Gold garlic. You know, I wonder if it's intentional. I'm now realizing with the motifs of this place that Wario's nose is very, very garlicky in nature. Oh my god! It's the Rhythm Heaven onion. Or like the dumpling. Oh. Yeah, I'll accept that. Even though that's definitely not the case. Nintendo would never acknowledge Rhythm Heaven ever again. Oh, speaking of Rhythm Heaven, I don't know if this is true, but I heard this when listening to just, you know, streams and stuff like I do throughout the day. Apparently, Miitopia has the same composer as Rhythm Heaven. And if that's true, that makes so much more sense on why that music is so good. Where is it? There it is. It's Wiggler Wednesday, everyone. Except it's Saturday. You know what? Let me just You know, if it's just gonna be me, no need to keep switching. Alright, New York Minute. No, it's actually Flat Fuck Friday. That's right. My dearest apologies. I nearly forgot. See, it's the sick that made me not remember that. Of course, I think about the Florida cats that would absolutely kill me in a heartbeat. But think of it this way. Sure, they might kill me, but after they do, they'll like spin around and it'll be super cute. So it'll be fine. Also, hey, wait a minute. This is the place where everyone wears the diapers. At the New Year. Oh. This street has to smell so rancid, and I'm not just talking about the diaper thing. I'm just like in general. I've heard like New York scents are like repulsive in of themselves. Did you hear Roy for a second there? He went out, and that was all you could hear because like the what's it called? The Doppler like took over, and then he became like muted. Just. This place is a COVID breeding ground. I believe it. Like a cove orgy. I shouldn't have said that. That was an invisible wall. Okay, got it. One day, New York. One day I'll visit this place. And then when I do, I'll be like, it was alright. Fuck. No! Get out of my way! You wouldn't believe that, like, I'm feeling sick with the noises that I'm still able to make despite that. Also, I just noticed we're still in full screen mode. There we go. You got an extra course out of that. Mario Circuit 3. Alright, so this one... Alright, I have some complex thoughts on Mario Circuit 3 in this game, believe it or not. And we've gone over this before. If you've marathoned these streams all in a row or something, you probably already know this, but... I don't know, I need something to talk about while I'm going through this, right? I have mixed thoughts on the visual style of this. They really just made this course one-to-one with how it looked originally. I think the colors in this really pop. Like the specific colors of green that they went with here. And like the intensity of the lighting. I think this looks, for what it's worth, for what they were going for, it looks pretty good. Maybe it's just the screen I'm looking at it on, but I don't know. The colors just seem to pop a lot on this one. That said, flat SNES level with no, verticality whatsoever. This is more or less one-to-one with the Mario Kart Wii version of the track. I mean, I guess you could argue it's one-to-one with the original version as well, but... you didn't have this camera angle in the original, so... It's alright, though. I'll say I was disappointed by it not really getting any major updates initially, but after, playing later into the pass, and then, like, Bowser Castle 3 comes along, and that is pretty different. I'm like, okay, if the concept behind this course, and of course we'll never really know that, but if the idea behind this course was, just once they wanted to make a course just like straight one-to-one with the SNES, it's fine. Arguably, it kind of stands out more in that regard, because it's the only course in this game that is this flat. Like, out of all 98 of them, all the GBA tracks that came back, got some verticality. I don't think there was any GBA tracks that stayed as flat as they initially were, right? Looking through... Sunset Wilds didn't get a lot, but it got some. Huh. I'd say for the most part, I think that is true, yeah. It's fine. But this course, however, this was a good one. I was already a fan of Calamari Desert in the 64 era, though I knew plenty of people who hated it because they hated waiting on the trains, but that's precisely what I liked about it. But as a course in this game, I really like what they do on lap 3 here. Or, well, lap 2, really, into lap 3. Roy is not a voice I should be doing right now, by any stretch of the imagination. Oh, I thought I was gonna miss that. I did miss getting the trick, but it's fine. Get the fuck out of here, Ig. So, oh man, that sucks. I missed the cool part because of skill issues. Isn't that fun? I did want to say though, I don't know really what overcame me and made me make this impulse buy, but I ended up deciding to get Baldur's Gate 3 just purely out of like wanting to try it out. I downloaded it and had to do like some updates to my drivers, and then I played like 5 minutes before I was like, okay, it's time for stream. But at some point in the future, I don't know if it'll be on a recording or what, I'm just gonna play the game. Probably not all the way through, because truthfully, I don't know if it's a game that I'm gonna enjoy. But I don't know, I had a lot of people tell me I might like it. So I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give you an update on this at some point in the future. But just wanted to inform the masses, for anyone who gives a shit, that this is something that will be happening soon. Trademark. Soon. I like the visuals on this one. It's good. I like that this hallway feels like very, like, 90s. I don't know. This reminds me of, like, a local bowling alley that I used to go to. Which is, you know, that was in the 2000s, but, you know. Get the fuck out of my way, Roy. I hate you. You are not my boy. My boy.
There's pizzas what all true warriors strive for.
Oh, holy fuck! I did not realize that that was a thing that can happen there. I just got jump scared by balls. Good job, Roy! What the fuck was that, bro? That was like... That was definitely not something that, like, an AI would normally do. That felt very, like, Herobrine. Like, that was like a real player who tried to hack into my game and then realized, oh shit, what am I doing? Hey, what's up, Steefy? Steefy! Okay, bye, Boomerang. I didn't need that anyways. God! I hate balls. I'm gonna make it, but The aggression is beginning. I'm about to start a petition to remove all balls from the Mario universe. The Mario Extended Cinematic Universe. So, I listened to a podcast today, mostly unrelated, the Mario Cinematic thing. I listened to a podcast today from the Kate and Krista podcast, the lads that used to do Nintendo Minute. I've talked about them a couple times. I don't really tune into every episode that they make, but sometimes they have an interesting headline or two, and then I'm like, okay, I'm here for this. But on the episode that I listened to today, they talked about their predictions for the quote-unquote Switch 2. How are you doing? I'm doing okay. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream, by the way. But yeah, with the Switch 2, they had a lot of interesting insight, you know, considering that they are former Nintendo of America employees in the marketing department. So, like, they're not, like, they didn't design the Switch or the Wii U or anything like that, but it's still kind of cool to get that perspective on, like, what Nintendo might try to do. Of course, you know, they're not, like, they're not the deliverer of the news, the deliverer to the people. Like, I think it was Krista made a prediction that she thinks Mario Kart 9 is coming out this year and will be a launch title on the Switch 2, and I'm like, there's no way in hell that that's happening. That's not gonna happen. So, like, you can't necessarily hold them 100% to be the truth speakers, because there may be details that they get wrong, but, you know, that's why they're former employees. Because they were too good at their jobs. I don't know. You gotta leave some employment for the rest of us. That's what I've learned. Do too good of a job, and then, you know, they start laying people off. So. You're doing good? That's good that you're doing good. If anyone wants to join me, by the way, I may move to doing some online here in a moment. If we do, you know, I'll just request that we continue to do the courses in order. Oh shit, almost went the wrong way. That's the part about tour courses that I kind of don't love. It's cool on like one hand, but then on another it's like, man, it gets really confusing to just like have like arrows in your way. Sometimes you just want to zip the fuck zoom around Sydney, Australia, and then arrows are like, no, you can't do that. No, what the fuck are you doing? I'll outrun the blue shell. No, never mind. I tried. TLDR though, if you want like their real predictions on the Switch 2 without actually listening to their podcast, which I do recommend you do. It's not like overly funny or anything. It's just interesting. But if you don't feel like checking it out, then what I'll say that they said, I'll be the deliverer on this news at least, is that they think the Switch will be iterative. Switch 2, that is to say, will be iterative. So it won't be like a brand new form factor, which I kind of agree with. I think if they tried to reinvent the wheel right now, that would be a really bad idea. The problem with Wii U was that it tried to reinvent the wheel, but then it still called itself Wii. And I think that was its biggest problem. If this console is really going to be called Switch 2 or Super Switch, which personally I like Super Switch better, but if that were what it would be called, then it would have to, of course, be a Switch, right? I don't think the consumer is necessarily too dumb for the name Super Switch. And I don't mean that in an insulting way, but some people feel like, you know, the Wii U being called the Wii U sent mixed messages, and it did. It really did. But I think I've seen a lot of people spin the narrative that just because it was called Wii U meant that every single consumer thought it was like an extension of the Wii. And at least maybe it's, you know, retrospect, but I remember this back in the day as well. I never really met anyone who didn't have a Wii U that felt that way. Like, everyone knew it was a different console, just no one wanted it. that was the other real problem with it. This will be Indiana weather this weekend. Apparently we're gonna get a snowstorm, I heard. I don't know if that's true, because I don't pay the fuck attention to the weather, but that's what someone said, so I'm like, okay. Snow is tomorrow? Okay. We're like kind of the same area, froze. Like, still decent a ways apart, so we might not have quite the same weather conditions, but what passes over where I am will come your way, pretty much. So if you get it tomorrow night, I'll probably get it like tomorrow evening. But, yeah, that's a good course. I like the music. I really like the way the roads look in this course. Looks really nice. We may pull out with that I just have a big smiley face on my face. Also, I'm noticing I'm rolling through these tracks a lot faster by playing them in single player. I guess a good chunk of it is like waiting for everyone to vote on the track, and then sometimes people voting on the wrong track, right? So this might not take as long as I thought if I just continue to do it single player. Which for the state of my voice is probably a good thing. But I don't know, I like playing this game more multiplayer than I do single player. I'll probably be like super addicted to Mario Kart 9 and grind out, you know, triple star ranking on all the cups once that comes out, or Mario Kart 10, really speaking, but I kind of fell off from doing that in Mario Kart 8 though, just because it's kind of too easy. Once again, the guy who can't make up his mind whether he likes games difficult or easy decides the opposite of opinion of what he most recently said. Once you get a Steam Deck, the only racing you're gonna play is Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. Fuck! I still intend to go back to F-Zero 99 every now and then. I'm like good on it for now. Holy shit. But next time there's like a seasonal content update, like the snow levels, I'll go back. If they keep doing that, and this isn't just like a one-off thing with the winter levels. Get out of here, Peter. God! 200cc is a mistake for this level. You have too much momentum and you missed the shrooms. You missed the wonder flowers. Different kind of shrooms right there. At some point, I kind of want to try the Crash Team Racing series. Well, there's only one game, right? Well, that and the remake of it, right? Or am I mistaken? Are there multiple? I don't actually know. But the remake is what I'm talking about. I don't know if I'll love it necessarily, because I've only played one Crash game, being the first one, and I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either. I'm told that Crash 2 might be something more enjoyable for me. If I ever get in like a rage bait mood where I'm like, okay, I'm ready for like something that's really gonna challenge me, then yeah, Crash will be there. But Crash 1 is like, for me it was more jank, kind of frustrating, difficult than it was like actually difficult. If that makes any sense. Like, yeah, it was difficult, but I felt like it was difficult in the wrong ways. And that's kind of where that's where it's like complicated, the idea of video game difficulty for me. Cause like, I was thinking like, what could they have done to Mario RPG to have made it a harder game, while still giving the quality of life features that it kind of needed? And some will argue some of the quality of life features wasn't actually needed. But like, I don't think like just like increasing enemy stats and decreasing my stats is a good solution. I don't really remember, I heard at one point what easy mode was, and it's not quite that. Easy mode is like something else. I think like your boost gauge charges faster, and some other changes. But I don't know, because I didn't really look into it that much, but at least as far as I was aware, I don't think the remake really changes the stats of much in easy mode. It's just more like, if you don't want to grind, you can get through the game without having to do that, and you'll just be able to handle every fight. Which I think is a good feature. I think RPGs can be a bit mixed reception just on the basis of being RPGs, because not everyone is down to do the same fight over and over and over again. Because, yeah, RPG gameplay down to the core is pretty damn repetitive. I can get into it, I just have to be in the right mood for it. Alright. You're in the loop for Stories 2? Are you in the London loop for Stories 2? Oh, that was a pretty good joke there, mate. Yeah, that was pretty fucking good. You can go ahead and clap now, mate. Don't do it. Do not fucking clap. Yeah, that's right. Pull out the gun. That's the appropriate response. Yeah, it's appropriate response, mate. Good fucking job. Wait, does that bridge actually not open all the way in real life? The fuck is the point of raising it if it's only by, like, that small amount? That can't be accurate. The bridge has to, like, all the way come up, right? I should know this. That bridge was in that Spider-Man movie I watched. You know, a year ago when I watched that Spider-Man movie. What was that, Far From Home? Which one is Spider-Man Tom Holland 2? That's the one I'm talking about. I still have not yet seen Spider-Man Tom Holland 3. I was about to say that this music doesn't really invoke Britain to me, but when I think about it a little further, Xenoblade is Britain, and Xenoblade has electric guitars. So yeah, this is Britain. Well, this is London. But, you know what I mean. I had to get rid of that banana. Banana. Luigi, say banana. Banana. No, banana. Banana. Oh shit, he's free. Oh, this is so unfortunate. I think the thing that pisses me off the most, not really, but like, the weirdest part about the idea of doing like you go somewhere else completely different on different laps is like, now like the time trials is all like fucked up, right? Like not every lap can have like the same thing going for it. Like definitively there's just going to be like a lap that is just like absolutely shorter just because of the way that this is designed. It's not really a problem so much as it is just an observation, I guess, but because it really doesn't make that big of a difference. I hope they give some kind of reason to do time trial again in the next Mario Kart. Just do everything again, right? That's why, you know, with Mario Kart Wii and like the Double Dash streams that I did and DS, I really loved that those games had like very specific requirements for the unlocks. I get how that can be annoying in Smash Brothers because like your main could potentially be unlocked behind doing some arbitrary shit. I like it in Smash Brothers too, but for the sake of this discussion, I'll move it away from that and just say purely in the context of Mario Kart, I feel like it matters less because many characters will play identically to one another. There are, you know, slight differences depending on the game, and obviously, like, weight class is one thing, but, like, Mario Kart Wii also has, like, an invisible additional stat that can be applied. So, like, what was it? Like, the reason why Funky Kong was considered top tier, and that might be in this game, too, I don't know, but, I do know about Mario Kart Wii. But Funky Kong had like a +3 speed modifier. And Daisy had like a +2. So she was like considered the second best, depended on the context of the map for time trials. Also, I really like this course. This is a good one. Weirdly enough, not a lot of boot courses in this game. You get Twisted Mansion in this, and that's it. And Mario Kart has a lot of those, too, I might want to add. Like, there's Banshee Boardwalk from N64. Good. I remember that being a good one. Luigi's Mansion is kind of the most notable exception here. Gabe, Gold Mario is the ultimate time trial reward. That is true. Wait, or is it? Was Gold Mario from time trial, or was he from getting 1 star in every cup? No, 1 star in every cup, I think, was gold tires. I will say, I don't really like the vehicle unlock system in this game, and in 7. In 7, I don't think I ever got all the car parts. Just because, like, at least they nerfed the amount of coins you needed for the glider in this one. In 7, it was like 10,000 total coins. In this one, it's 5,000. Even though I do think I have above 10k now, just because I played this game so damn much. But even 7 back in the day, I played a lot. But just not enough to ever unlock it fully. Gold Mario was time trial, okay. Well, I mean, that's something, but, you know, Mario Kart Wii had, I think, 4 or 5 characters that were unlocked through doing time trial. And you had to, like, it wasn't simply just doing time trial. You had to beat the ghost well enough to get the expert staff ghost. Which, to be fair, without looking it up, you probably would have never figured that out. You know what? That actually kind of reminds me. 2 things. 1, I used to have the Mario Kart Wii strategy guide. Yes, there was one. It wasn't the most helpful piece of paper that I ever owned, but the most helpful for me would have been my birth certificate, but the Mario Kart Wii strategy guide may be number 2. Possibly. It showed, like, time trial shortcuts and, of course, how to unlock everyone and everything. But I don't know, it just gives you something to do with the game, right? Same with, like, in Melee. Melee had that where you had to do, like, very specific things to unlock characters. But the other thing I was going to mention, did anyone here have the Mario Kart Wii trading cards? I imagine, Froze, you're going to say no because you didn't even play Mario Kart Wii. I think he's told me. But, like, anyone else who might be here. These things are, like, super obscure, and I've only met one other person in real life who even knows what the fuck I'm talking about. But Mario Kart Wii had trading cards. I don't think there was, like, a game behind playing them, like the Pokemon cards, but, they had, like, little trivia on them. They showed, like, the stats for the characters, and, particularly with, like, the unlockable characters, it told you how to unlock them, too. I remember, learning about how to get Funky Kong through the card first, before I had the guide. Which, I don't even know why I had the guide, because, like, GameFAQs was plenty a thing by that point. But, okay. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. Just do whatever you want, bro. I like Maple Tree Way. I'll admit, a lot of my love for Mario Kart Wii is very nostalgia charged. Going back to play the game, when I did, what was that, 3 years ago? I definitely realized that I had a lot more issues with it than I initially nostalgically remembered. For those who haven't played the game, if anyone has ever told you that Mario Kart Wii's item balancing is, like, bad, they are 100% not lying to you. It's awful. There, like, on 150cc, you are guaranteed to have a blue shell every lap. Like, damn near. With only a few exceptions. Where there was, like, only 2 in a race. I mean, I've had races with 4 in it, though. Missed opportunity to take the shortcut back there. Should have gone for it. But then I would have gotten clobbered by that shell, so would it have been worth it? No, because then I would have been clobbered by this blue shell. What the fuck? I didn't even know there's a hole there. That's kind of bullshit. Yeah, fuck you, Peter. Oh my god, Peter. Mario Kart resumes being a stream of conscience here, or stream of consciousness, because me saying, oh my god, Peter, reminds me that I have been, in fact, playing a little more Fortnite, doing duos. We almost got a dub. The other day, it would have been an English dub, so it wouldn't have been as good as the Japanese dub, but, you know. Fuck. Alright, maybe I don't like Maple Tree Way, particularly in 200cc. Also, why is this Wiggler, like, significantly smaller than the others? I didn't even really consider that until now. Oh, that sucks. See it. I've also managed to figure out how to record Fortnite without the frame rates going apeshit. And I don't really have to, like, lower my graphics settings really that much. In fact, I don't have to lower it at all. I'm playing at the same graphics settings that I would have played if I wasn't recording. It turns out, for anyone who uses OBS and is trying to stream this game, if you didn't know the solution already, I figured it out, so I'll share the wisdom. It turns out, the way to stream that game is to not use a game capture, but instead to just capture your whole monitor instead. I guess, as far as OBS is concerned, it's more work to try to capture a full screen application window than it is to just capture what the monitor is outputting. It doesn't make any sense, because, like, ultimately it's the exact fucking same thing, but I don't know, maybe OBS has to, like, keep track of something happening in the game, or I don't really know what the reason would be. This is probably my least favorite tour map, by the way. I dislike this one the most. I feel like I mention this every time it comes up, but yeah. The music doesn't really work. I mean, it's fine, I guess, but it doesn't make sense for Berlin. And, just the design of the track is just annoying. I don't like the traffic with all the medians. I don't like the part on lap 2. Like, lap 2 is ridiculously long. You go to, like, every part of the track. But I don't like... So you have this pass in front of the arches here. Then we're gonna turn around, and we're gonna go right through the crowd. And if you're in first place, you're probably gonna run into the people... Yeah, you can see it in front of me. Like that part. That's the part that I don't like back there. The rest of it, I guess, is just fine. But, like... that really just lowers the whole thing for me. I don't know. Yeah. Peter. Peter the Pumpkin Eater! God. Damn it. Can I get second? That's fine. I don't have the energy to be mad at not getting first place for this one race while I have 179 points. I think I won this Grand Prix. Not 100% sure. I guess there's still room for debate, but I may or may not have this locked in. We'll see, though. Did we do all of the Rock Cup? No, I don't want to quit. Yeah, we did. Okay. I guess after this cup, we'll be halfway there. So yeah, this will be more like a 1 hour, or sorry, a 2 hour stream. A little closer to 2.5, rather than like a 3.5. So yeah, I guess it is faster to just play these single player. So I might just do that. I realize that makes this stream significantly less interesting. Don't worry about that. That was me dropping a hammer. Yes, I don't know why this is on my desk. Well, it was until I dropped it, but it was there. Don't worry about it. Peach Gardens. Again, another course where I like the music, and I have nostalgia for the track itself, but it's probably not the best track from Mario Kart DS. There were better options, namely Airship Fortress. Just saying. They also nerfed this part by making it a giant piranha plant instead of the weird, like, three-way hedge or whatever it was. Good. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Why is Luigi here, by the way? Like, Luigi's got a big-ass hedge of himself. Where's Mario? Where's the Wiggler Wednesday hedge? Where's the Bowser hedge? Also, they gotta call some exterminators. These moles are literally tearing up the garden. Or if not, like, exterminators, at least, like, they need to find a way to, like, move the moles somewhere else peacefully. Get away from me, you dumb bitch. Put the fucking sound on Peter. I have been, going back to the Fortnite discussion, I guess, from however long ago. I have been playing Fortnite lately as, cellular system. You know, the guy who's been balling? That guy. He's like a bug. He's pretty cool. He's from this little indie show called Dragon Ball Z. And then my friend Caleb, who I play the game mostly with, he typically plays as Goku. So I have like the most unlikely pairing. I was playing as Frieza for a while because I had the V-Bucks to get Cell and Frieza like together. So I did that, and it's pretty cool. I like the skins. They look really nice, actually. I saw someone say somewhat recently that like they would be like actually angry if Nintendo characters got into Fortnite. Oh yeah, this is my favorite course in all of ever. This one course is better than all of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. Fucking sniped. If you can believe it, I hung out with Fish and Ellie over New Year's and Christmas, and we only played on this course once. It was a beautiful sight to behold. No, I'm not lying. The reason being was because we played the game locally. And so, like, Fish couldn't just keep voting for this track. And we passed the controller around and took turns voting on actual tracks. You genuinely cannot believe that? Well, slap my face with a stick of butter and call me a liar. Because, that shit happened. I don't know why you need to do it specifically with a stick of butter. Preferably if it's only lightly melted. It's not butter? I can't believe that. So you can't believe that I didn't play on this track, but I can't believe that it's not butter. That's so unfortunate. That's even more unfortunate! I think I just went Super Saiyan. What happened to my voice there? I don't know. I think I tapped into, like, a forbidden, like, ritualistic power. It was kind of frightening. Ill-advised. Don't do that. You could go to forever jail. Called death. There was something else I wanted to... Nope, never mind. I had something and then I lost it again. Did I finish talking about, like, Switch 2 and that, Kit and Krista podcast? I don't think I did. I mean, my brain is all the fuck over the place today. If that doesn't give you, you know, a look into my deeper, darker side, I don't know what's going to. Also, quite possibly the best course in the DLC. Not just because I'm biased, but also I really like the way this one looks. I kind of like how every Rainbow Road in this looks like vastly different from the last. I guess Rainbow Road 64 and the SNES one are kind of similar-ish in like their floor texture, but I mean the courses themselves are so vastly different. Also, you know what? Earlier I said there was only one flat SNES track, being Mario Circuit 3. I forgot about Rainbow Road, though I guess that one still has a little bit of upward geometry as well. I was running from those red shells for so long. I feel like if Double Dash's Rainbow Road were to have been remade, it probably would have looked something like this on the ground. I'll say the Wii Rainbow Road remake is pretty faithful to what that originally looked like. For better or for worse. The actual Rainbow Road from this game sucks, yeah. I'm fairly certain I had like plenty to bitch about when I saw that, but yeah, I'm not really a fan of it. I'll be totally fine if I never have to play on that Rainbow Road after, well, I was gonna say after today, but I'm not even playing on it today, so good. I may never have to play on that Rainbow Road again in my life, and that to me is inner peace. You know, I've been playing as the DLC characters for so long. Let me pick someone else. Let me throw you a curveball. How many times have I selected Wario in this game? Not really all that much. Watch them bring it back immediately in the next game. It would be hilarious, but I would be actually kind of upset. Well, would I? No. No, not really. I would be as upset as I am right now that this game doesn't have Airship Fortress. I mean, of course I wouldn't like it, but I don't really feel like exuding enough energy. I guess it depends, though. You know, if Mario Kart 9... I kind of do think that Mario Kart 9 might be something of a new video game, if you know what I'm trying to say. In that this is a bit of a bold prediction, I know, but I think we're going to get 48 brand new tracks in Mario Kart 9 whenever that happens. I do not believe with Krista, who says that that's coming this year. I just don't see in any shape or form that they did the booster pass for the last 2 years, if not, well, definitely more than that, to get it started, right? And who knows, you know, how long booster course pass has technically been done for. It's well impossible that, like, all 48 tracks were, like, done at, like, by the time, like, Wave 4 released or something like that. We don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, you know, they continued to work on this up until its release. And so, yeah, I think it's very possible that Mario Kart 10 is still like 2 or 3 years away. I'm gonna go on 3. As much as that pains me, because like I am well and done with Mario Kart 8 after today's stream. Like, I really don't want to play this game anymore. It's a great game, but yeah, I've clocked in plenty time with it. Of course, I'll make the, you know, the exception when I'm hanging out with a friend and they're like, hey, I really want to play this. Okay, sure, I'll play the game for like a half hour, like 8 tracks, sure. But then I'll be like, okay, let's move on to something else. Like, that's actually, like, when I played the game at Fish and Ellie's house, that's another part of why we couldn't play on Merry Mountain so much, because we only played 8 tracks. And then we moved on to something else. We did Jackbox. You don't think anyone is arguing that? Arguing what? That this game hasn't overstayed its welcome? Or has? I mean, 10 years of the same game. You know. Even if the booster course pass really does add a lot to make it, you know, fresh and new in some ways, it's also still very much stuck in the past because, you know, like I said before, during a previous stream, you know, say what you will about, you know, like Ninja Hideaway or courses like that, but every course in this game was made for a different Mario Kart as far as the booster course pass is concerned. Well, I mean, by technicality, with 8 at Deluxe as well, actually. Because, you know, it's a Deluxe version of a game from 2014. Nope, this game came out in 2014. This game will be 10 years old this year. Mario Kart 7, I think, was 2011 or 2012. And the gap between Mario Kart 7 and 8 wasn't that big. I mean, traditionally, the gap between Mario Karts weren't that big. Because you'd have one per console, but you'd also have one per handheld. So, like, you'd have a new Mario Kart every 2-3 years. But with the Switch being, you know, Nintendo's only thing now, that, you know, there's no, like, second console to put a burner on. I guess they technically did with Tour, which is why, you know, this game has the Tour tracks, so, you know, I guess they really did do that. It's just, I didn't care about Tour whatsoever. Like, I played it, but I would be willing to bet I have less than, like, 3 hours total in Mario Kart Tour. Which, you know, that's kind of how you're supposed to play mobile games, I guess. It's just, how long do you stick with it? And for me, I don't like mobile games. Just straight up. Haven't played one that I enjoyed. I don't think I will. I don't like using my phone as the screen. And least of all, the architecture of, like, aggressive microtransactions is really, really not my speed. Like, even with me playing Fortnite, that's been kind of a concern for me playing the game. Because, you know, if Snolid Steak comes out, that's what I'm gonna call him. If he comes out and I don't have the V-Bucks for him, you know my bitch ass is gonna, like, add the money, like, manually and get him that way, right? Even if I tell myself no, that's not really gonna happen. We all know that. What the fuck? Holy shit!
Oh shit! My ship leaves in the morning. In the morning. In the morning. My ship sails in the morning. In the morning.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Scrub, scrub, scrub.
What the hell? What are you doing, asshole? Oh. Sweet lord. The fucking half pipes in this are mental.
Buddha man.
Ow. Ow! I forgot about his fart horn. Oh, I'm so mature. Buddha man. Nice echo. He went. What? Every lap, I avoided the items at that particular spot. Oh, that's the quote that I should have made Pyra say in Metopia. I remembered my other favorite Pyra quote. It was like this random part in Xenoblade 2 where like Tora asks her something, and then it's more just like a weird direction thing than it is like supposed to be funny, but she goes like just like that. I forgot about that. Me and my friend Kenzie used to joke about that all the time. Good memories. This is just the nostalgia memories stream, I guess, in a lot of ways. But going back to what I was saying earlier with, you know, the prospect of whatever Mario Kart may be next, I do believe that it's going to be all new courses. Or at least I'm really hoping it is. As much, you know, as I've complained at the lack of Airship Fortress in this, I also think, like, when this happens, this course right here, this specific course happens, it's absolutely fucking beautiful. So, like, they can bring back one cup of retro tracks. It's gonna be super awkward, but this is what they'll do. They'll do Yoshi's Island, Airship Fortress, Wario Coliseum, and then end it all with GBA Rainbow Road. Perfect. Hey! What are those clouds in the distance have mountains on them? Did you see that? We literally just played Yoshi's Island last year, and now I want to play it again. Which is weird, because Yoshi's Island is not a game that I replayed a lot. I've only beaten it now, like, twice or 3 times. I don't fully remember, but it's not a game that I've finished nearly as much as other games from my childhood. I mostly just played it once, and then, not really too much ever again. I know it started several playthroughs of the game that didn't finish out. So, like, the first couple of worlds I'm pretty familiar with, but then, once we hit, like, World 2, or World 3, there's only 6 worlds in the game, but, yeah, once we hit, like, World 3, then, like, I have, like, no memory of those tracks. What the fuck? What the fuck, Gabe? Oh my god. What are we talking about? Yoshi's Island. The Super Nintendo game. You know, the one this track is based on. Maybe, if I'm feeling really up to it, maybe I'll do, like, Yoshi's Island DS or something this year. I know Yoshi's Story is a pretty short game, but I also hear a lot of people tell me that Yoshi's Story isn't good. So, I don't know. It's also like a 15-minute game. Like, if you just do, like, one route of it. Like, I understand the premise of it. You collect the fruit. I've never played it myself, but you collect the fruit, and then you do that. It's not that Yoshi's Story isn't good, it's just really hard. That's not what I've heard. Like, maybe some of the levels are really hard, but I heard the game is, like, piss easy. I heard the, like, literal polar opposite of that. I don't know. I guess I'll have to play it for myself to really know. Like, every, like, opinion I could conjure or reasoning against it right now is purely through hearsay. So it should not be taken literally. It has a nice art style for the N64. I don't think it maybe has aged the worst graphically on N64, but I don't know. I'm not dying to play a Yoshi game right now, but if I were to play another Yoshi game, it would be between those two. Being Yoshi's Island DS or Yoshi's Story, which I guess no matter who you ask, both of those are kind of mixed reviews. I know apparently a lot of people really don't like Yoshi's Island DS, but I remember liking it as a kid. I just never finished it. Which maybe is indicative on my deep down thoughts on the game. I don't know. I have like... You know how I'm positive to the Kirby series, but I'm not really in love with it as much as some people are. Take that and then just like multiply those feelings by like 8, and then that's my thoughts on Yoshi games. The only Yoshi game that I've rolled credits on, sorry, there's 2 Yoshi games I've rolled credits on because I forget sometimes I streamed all of Crafted World, which was also just okay. But the original Yoshi's Island obviously is great. And then I played, Crafted World all the way through. As for other games I've played the NES game Yoshi Cookie. I've played, the DS one most of the way through. I think I got to the last world in, Yoshi's Island DS. I did not roll credits on Yoshi's New Island, but I know about suddenly, through space and time, King Bowser appears. I think I gave up on that game around World 4. Most Yoshi games have like 6 worlds, right? Woolly World is a game that I really liked, but again, didn't finish it. I played it a little bit on Wii U. It wasn't my copy. It was my uncle's, who used to live with us at my mom's house. And what did we just do? We did Bangkok? Yeah. Mario Circuit. Okay. Nobody remembers the Bean Boss from New Island. Yeah, because everything else from New Island is kind of trash. At least that was my thoughts on it. I don't know. Maybe it's fine. I heard like one person, I think it was Ant Dude, who said that he really liked Yoshi's New Island. I was like, what? So there are people who really like that game. I don't think it's like... It's not really sticker star levels of like bad. It had a nice art style. I remember that. I just remember hating the music more than anything, and I think that's what, like, kept me away from it, truthfully. But thinking back on it, I guess I can't really remember, like, hating the game. I think I just lost interest in it, truthfully. But I mean, it's the same as, like, the new Soup games. The new games are, you know, just, they're iterative and they're fine. But that's as far as they get, is they're fine. I don't think that they're awful experiences. Some people, you know, some people try to spin the narrative that, like, New Soup U is like a terrible game. It's not. It's just not interesting. Which, you know, to be fair, if a game is boring, then yeah, that's not a good game. But, like, if you had never played a Mario game before, New Soup U would be perfectly fine. Uh-oh. Here comes the Inkling. Holy, what the fuck? You just got your ass Mario Karted. You lost due to circumstance. What the fuck was that? What was in the screen? I looked away for a second and looked back. What was that? Was that the Inkling's, like, shoe or something? I have no idea. I'm gonna need to, review the footage on that one. I'm trying to think, what other Yoshi games have I played? The Crafted World I remember was just okay. I streamed the whole thing, so you can see my initial reactions then, but that's also a stream from 2018, so the quality may vary. I think there was a whole stream where I had the game muted and didn't realize it. So that happens, I guess, from time to time. My mic quality was a lot worse back then too, so I personally can't really go back and watch streams of mine. I mean, like, I try to look back at some of them to do, like, highlight videos, and then I'm, like, annoyed at myself, so then I stop. This is a good remake. I like the upper sections of the track here. And of course I love the Double Dash music. It's just, you know, the other course that had this song would have been my pick. As I've already mentioned a billion times this stream. Huda Man. You know what else I realized recently? There's only one N64 track that's never come back. I think it's for the best though. It's the Wario Stadium track. What the hell? Okay. It's very similar to this one, except longer. And then in the N64 version anyways, there's a jump, which obviously this wouldn't be the case if the course was remade, but there's a jump that you can fail like halfway through the track and it makes you have to redo like 40 seconds of track. I'm not joking. Like, if you get hit by an item circumstantially during the jump or just before, you can't go back to it. Wasn't that in DS? So DS has one, has a new course, and that course is in this game. That's like the same idea again. I don't know why Wario and Waluigi were like BMX bikers from like 96 up until like Wii, I think, was the first time we got both of those characters to not have a course that was themed that way. But like for some reason from 64, Double Dash, and DS, we all got like dirt bike tracks from at least one of them. DS Wario Stadium is good. I like the version here in 8. But yeah, it's very similar to that. The only like standout thing about the N64 one, other than it being long, and then of course in the N64 game there's the funny glitch where you can do the course in like 20 seconds. Like the whole course, all 3 laps. The only other notable thing about it is there's just this like plastered Wario texture, like of his face on the walls. It's like, I guess it's supposed to be like biker derby like branding, but it's just his face. There we go. This is the best tour course. Wario! It's there so you know Wario is always watching. I think it's there because they were like running out of space in the game's cartridge, and they're like, what can we do for the walls in this place? And some designer was just like, I know, I have this this shit post of Wario's face that I made last weekend. You guys want to use this? And Miyamoto was like, fucking give me that. That shit looks scrumptious. And then that's how it happened. Awful. Disgusting video game. Cheater! You gotta be kidding me. I just got the first place, bro. Oh, that is fine, I guess. What? The stacked Goombas down? I don't even remember this. Since when has this game had Goomba stacks? Is this the only course with those? Fuck. I didn't even notice the music is different at this one part of the track. You wouldn't really notice because you're in the section of the track for like 4 seconds. The Mobius strip course had a Goomba stack? Did it? Oh yeah, by the paraglider at the end. Yeah. Forgot about that. Was that the only other time? That was a weird, like, thing. What game was it that started doing Goomba stacks? Like, one dev, like, figured out what happens if I put Goomba on top of Goomba, and then, like, that happened in every other Mario game since. They made it a point to, like, make that a feature of, like, Mario Maker as well. You know what? I want to look this up. What was the first appearance of Goomba Stack? Super Mario 3D Land. Wow. I forget about 3D Land all the time. Good shit. 3D Land is not a bad game. I just forget it. Get real. But yeah, after 3D Land, this kind of happened for a while, actually, with, like, everything after 3D Land. 3D Land came out, and then they were like, with the marketing of 3D Land, they were like, hey, remember Mario 3? And then everything that came out after 3D Land kept referencing 3D Land again and again, to the point when they made, like, 3D World. Which, 3D World is a great game, so maybe I'd like 3D Land if I went back to it. But I remember 3D Land and World actually being pretty different games. Not just from the multiplayer angle of World, but level design also was pretty different. Like, when I think of 3D Land, I can't remember very many levels. But what I can remember is there were a few levels where they really took advantage of the 3D, where, like, there were, like, puzzles where, like, you couldn't really see where to go without turning the stereoscopic 3D on, which makes it annoying to stream on a 2DS, I bet, but we'll get there when we get there. I still have to fix my 2DS. I remember Dry Bowser was in the game, and that the castle levels were pretty good. How much longer am I gonna be playing? For a little bit. I'm not doing online right now, but I can do some online if you want to play with us. This will probably be the last time I stream Mario Kart 8. At least for a while. Unless this game once again gets like a random update, which I really don't see happening, but... Or there's like some kind of like event. So I'm not like, I'm not gonna say never. I'll say never, but no, count on it at least. Yeah, if you want to play, I can set up a lobby. Yeah, that's fine. In fact, where am I at on this? I'll just do that now. Actually, yeah. You haven't tried online at all yet. Cody, didn't you play with us last time we did this, or no? I seem to remember that you did. Maybe I'm misremembering, though. You did. So then, yeah, you played online! Alright. Martin! No! Quick question for you guys. This is unrelated to Mario Kart. I'm just trying to get some opinions here. Is Morton a vampire? I'm not gonna elaborate on that. I just want to say yes or no. And if he's not, could he be a vampire? Morton is Morton. Isn't that a quote from him? Someone said something like that. Well, I don't want to play my hand just yet, but I'm considering adding this fucko into Miitopia once we get to the post game. And right now, other than, you know, obviously I'm talking about a different game right now, but other than Gabe being the vampire class because he can learn every class, I need to figure out who the fuck I'm gonna make a vampire in the post game. So I was thinking Morton, but like Dio seems too obvious. Birdo? True. Sans Birdo in particular. The fucking colors on this blue Birdo are so intense. Birdo would definitely drive this, yeah. I'm not even going for stats anymore. Actually, I probably should, because I'm gonna fucking drive this thing and then learn that I hate it, and then it's gonna make everything hell. Maybe for like, if we're feeling up to it, maybe like I can do a couple of races after I'm done with the All Cup Tour, where it's just us playing randos, just one last final time. Here's the room ID. Let's get that updated. There you go. Alright, feel free to join. I'm gonna be right back, actually. Hang on, let me get that in the background here. I'm gonna just take a quick BRB to use the bathroom and get a drink and stuff. So I will be back in a moment. I was reminded recently, in Twilight Princess, speaking of things earlier from games that I'm not currently playing on the screen right now, but is in the rotation. In Twilight Princess, we're coming up to the part of the game with the Yetis, and the Yeti makes this one noise that me and my sister used to make all the time. He just keeps going brr, brr, brr. Like while he's cooking his soup, he just keeps making that noise. I've been thinking about that noise lately. I don't know, I just randomly was reminded of it. And so, yeah. Anyways, we back into grind. Got our pickaxe swinging from side to side. Cleo is here. Hello, dog. Alright. If you guys want to join in, feel free. Once again, this is probably the last time I'm going to stream this game. So, you know, get in here if you want. But also, I totally get it. If not, do take mirror. No, take mirror. Well, speaking of Mario Kart 8, Kenzie's not like in chat lurking right now, is he? I don't see his name. Unless he's hiding. Maybe he's watching on YouTube. I don't know. So we're going to Daisy Cruiser next. So we're gonna go Leaf Cup, and then we're gonna go to Cherry, then Acorn, then Shell. That's the order we're doing things in here. So Daisy Cruiser is next. If it doesn't select it, it's fine. I took some time to tell you. Yeah, it was random. It's all good. I don't mind playing this a little extra. You know what? We're going to a good course, so it's fine. Donkey Kong is here. Yeah, this is the warm-up race. So. And I get to play as Succubus Birdo. So. What is that noise? I recognize that, but what is that? Maybe it's just a random horn noise, but I feel like it's a Mario 2 noise. Or a Birdo noise that she made in something else. I don't know. With all the other DLC characters, they made something interesting for their horns, so... It could just be a horn, or maybe that's the same horn Yoshi has. I don't know. At some point, I think it was Double Dash, Nintendo started grouping Birdo and Yoshi together. I guess because they're both like lizardish creatures. I just want to know who the fuck came up with the creature that would like be like plunger shaped and then spit baby egg out mouth or other orifice. Maybe it's like a cloaca. I don't know. I'm not gonna have this conversation. You can watch the Vine Sauce streams if you want to like delve into Birdo lore, but it's still, you know, it's still important to understand. So we came in here on the YouTube channel and said, I'm sorry, what are you saying? Don't worry about, just like, Birdo, why do eggs come out of her mouth? I'm so sorry, that's a hell of a first impression, and that's not even my joke. I stole that, that's whatever his fucking name was from the Vine Sauce streams of this. What was his name, Jolly? I saw those streams, they were absolutely unhinged. Well, how you doing, Super Gameo 64? Trust me, I'm not always that unhinged, but I also am. Let's be real. So, you have been warned. Goddamn, I'm bad, but I'm having fun. Well, it's also 200cc, which may or may not be part of your trouble there, Cody. Anyways, let's move the conversation away from Birdo Cloaca and what else were we talking about before other than like Yeti noises? We're talking about 3D World before I went AFK. Or sorry, 3D Land. Excuse me. 3D Land. Yeah, I remember it was a pretty good game. It was just, you know, for me, it kind of released at this time, you know, when Nintendo was just like super like pushing exclusively nostalgia, but specifically with Mario 3. Do you play Zelda? Yeah, I'm playing, on my rotation right now, I'm playing Twilight Princess. Well, yeah, I love Zelda. Majora's Mask is kind of... It's between Majora's Mask or Xenoblade 3. I have this conversation all the time, but for my favorite game ever. So yeah, I love Zelda. Zelda is not in this game. Oh wait, yeah, he is. Zelda's in this game. He's the one with the sword. Yeah. I'm joking, of course. No, I love Zelda. Oh, to be a Goomba floating in the lazy river on top of the Daisy Cruiser. My mom used to live in this condo in Las Vegas that had this lazy river. And I distinctly have memories of just like spending like, because I would visit her over like summer and like spring breaks and stuff. Wait, he's called Link? No, wait, no, he's called Screw. Holy fuck, that Goomba! Yeah, so that was me. What happened to the Goomba there, that happened to me a few times in the lazy river. Just like a giant blue dinosaur would come out of the water going 800 miles per hour in a go-kart. The woman is called Zelda. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Screw is the name that I named Link in my Twilight Princess playthrough because I think I'm funny, and the key word there is think. Because I wanted to give him a name that wasn't Link. Because every time I play Zelda, I always name him Link as a kid, right? Especially with like a first playthrough. You know, you gotta take it seriously. You know, he's Link. That's who he is. But on like a repeat playthrough where I'm spending like 80% of the game bullshitting and doing improv, yeah, his name is Screw. I forget what I named. I named Epona something stupid in Twilight Princess too, but I don't remember it because it comes up way less frequently. When I find ancient screws in Breath of the Wild, you think of my Twilight Princess Link. I'm glad I could curse you, Cody. I like the music on this course a lot. Yeah, if you're gonna join, we're doing all the courses in order. That's totally cool. You're totally allowed to join. Anyone is. Just make sure we're voting for the courses in order. So we're doing Moonview Highway right now. I don't remember what's next in this cup, but we're basically going through all the cups in horizontal order. So I've already done all of the tracks on this stream from the top. How many is that? 6 cups? So we're doing the bottom 6 now. But yeah, playing all the tracks in this game back to back is an experience. This is technically part 2 of this. I forget when part 1 was. It was like a month ago, I think. But Last time I did this, just doing the base 48 took like 3.5 hours. I got through this one a lot faster because I played the first half of this single player and just now opened it to do multi. Fuck. Shit! Babies! Actually, from the earlier conversation on what is the best Yoshi's Island game, it's Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. It's currently midnight in England, but it's the weekend. Don't listen to your rightfully responsible inner brains. Instead, fuck, how'd I do that? I pressed A on squeaky clean sprint and then it bumped into Athens. Okay, thank God. Yeah, that's right. It's just like when that's right, his name is GoldenEye 007. No, actually, Cody, you picked the right one. I picked the wrong one. My controller fucked up. But yeah, when GoldenEye 007 said, "Ladies and gentlemen, the weekend," that was so cool. I loved that. "10:10." Why is that alarm clock wrong? It's not 10:10. It's always 10:10 somewhere. Not really. It's 7:37. Or midnight. Midnight 37 in the UK. You know what this reminds me of? Only 2 people are gonna know what the fuck I'm talking about, but this bath level reminds me of this old PS2 license game that I played that was Fairly Odd Parents. I think it was called like Fairly Odd Parents Breaking the Rules or something like that. It was a 3D platformer. Not quite as good as like the SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom game as far as licensed game are concerned, but it was... I remember liking it still as a kid, and I did have plenty of licensed games that I fucking hated. I had this one like Lego Ninjago game for DS that I played for like an hour, and like, I'm pretty generous, especially as a kid. I was pretty generous with like what I played, but like I could not stomach that game. Also, the DS versions of like the DS versions of all the Lego games kind of blow, in my opinion. I had Lego Indiana Jones as well on DS. I also had it on Wii. And Lego Indiana Jones 2 on Wii was another one of those games that, like, the game was, like, fine, but I enjoyed it a lot because it had a level editor. I don't know, I always liked creating levels as a kid. Yo, right at the last second! Are you streaming somewhere else like Twitch? Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I'd put like the chats on screen, but I don't actually know how to configure getting the YouTube chat on my OBS overlay. So like the best I could do is like I could give you the Twitch chat like this. Like that's specifically Twitch in this, but like also with this overlay, like there's no convenient place to put it. But yeah, we're going to LA next, yeah. Well, I generally keep the chat hidden just for screen real estate purposes. I used to have, like I have some layouts where, like this, right? Where the chat is on screen. Well, I don't know. I kind of just like doing like full screen like this. I feel like has no personality behind it. It's fine. It's functional. it works for a lot of people, but I like doing this just because it has just a tiny bit of personality behind it. And the game window remains largely intact without anything covering it. Like, even if I had like a VTuber rig or something like that, I would make sure my VTuber rig doesn't like get in front of the game. Because I don't know, for me it's kind of weird when like I can't see all of the elements of the UI when I'm watching a stream. Even though it matters more for the streamer than it does me, the viewer. You do have a VTuber rig. Alright, yeah, I have the Kirby holding the Monado, but that's like a PNG tuber. I'm talking like if I was like Lies Malicious, or even what Ellie does, which I guess Ellie is currently a PNG tuber, but she's done like 3D, the model stuff. I've thought about commissioning VTuber rig before, but my problem is for those who don't know, VTuber rigs are really, really expensive. And as a small streamer who doesn't really make money from what he does, you know, I appreciate the Twitch subs. I do want to say, I don't want to sound ungrateful or anything. I just clicked through that thing, by the way, as well. But yeah, as like a small streamer who doesn't really have like a profit necessarily coming in from Twitch, or anything that I do really, I don't think it's fully worth spending the, like, guys, it's like 15k, or 1500, sorry, not 15k, but still, 1500 is a lot, and that's like on the low end. My sister is getting into like learning how to draw herself. She's making her own. But even then, like investing in like the drawing tablet and like obviously the skill is needed to create one as well. I'm not gonna say that I'm like terrible at drawing necessarily, but I'm definitely not really good at it. So I don't really think I could make my own VTuber, but if I were to do one, my VTuber would be pretty simple because I would probably keep the mask that's in my profile picture, and then it would just be that, like in the Metopia streams. It wouldn't need to have like facial animation, and it would just be like body tracking at that point. And then at that point, it's like, I don't really think it's worth investing in that for that, so I don't know. Could be cool. It'd be unique, I guess. Mostly. Not to say that there haven't been other VTubers that like wear masks or anything like that, but I don't know, there's cool things about the VTuber stuff. Of course, Agari, my friend Agari, I don't even know why I didn't think of him first. Akari's VTuber rig is also amazing. Why didn't I think of him first? I don't know. Agari's awesome. If you guys like watching VTubers, you should check out his stuff. Apparently I can't drift on the mud. But this course would be better if the sunset happens on lap 3. It's still alright. It's not cheese laying though. You're also on Twitch, but you aren't verifying your account. That's fine. You don't really need to, like, chat from Twitch. I mean, if you want to see what people are saying over there, I guess it's one thing, but I am a pretty small streamer, so what the fuck is the AI doing? What the hell? I usually don't miss too many chat messages, and the ones that I don't read are just, quite frankly, they're non-messages. Or like an emote. Like I don't read when people just post like an emote. Alright, Captain Froze said lol. I'm gonna start doing this now. It's gonna get really obnoxious. Alright, that was the last time I'm reading an emote out loud. I changed my mind. I've definitely seen some people on the YouTube side request that I include the YouTube, oh, sorry, the Twitch chat. I'll consider it, you know, at some point again, maybe, but the big thing for me is like, and again, I don't blame anyone for this, of course. I'm a small streamer, right? Like I average 1 to 4 usually per stream. Some days I have more, and I'm really, really appreciative of that. And ever since I started dual streaming to both, you know, the numbers matter even less, because like if no one's in one chat, someone's in the other one, usually. But there are still streams every now and then when there's like, you know, it's a quiet night, or there's nothing at all sometimes even. And that's just kind of how it is to be a small streamer. But I feel weird about taking up screen real estate to show a chat that's not saying anything. So like, if I got to a point, and maybe this is just me vastly overthinking, and I think it is, but if I got to a point when things were like, there's always at least someone there, like guaranteed, then I would probably be more inclined to include it in the overlay. I'm in second! What the fuck? For a moment I thought like Baby Daisy was really far ahead, but she's actually really far behind. Just looked at the map at the wrong time. Oh, I don't want to get too ahead of myself again, because shit could fall through. But speaking of like, you know, my stream, or just like what I'm up to, I guess this is unrelated to the stream technically, but what I will say is, so I may or may not have some voice acting work lined up. Again, things are really early, so I shouldn't even really be saying this out loud. I don't even know if I'm gonna accept the position, but someone locally DM'd me today, asking for my help in like a short film. It wouldn't be anything I think you guys would probably see, necessarily, but it's exciting for me at least. There we go. Sanitizer? What the hell is that? Is there a way to do emotes on YouTube? That's the other thing about why I don't display the YouTube chat. I don't know how, but I like the emotes a lot on Twitch. Being a Twitch affiliate, I am able to have some emotes, and it's cool. We have what, like 8 or 9 of them, and then like all the ones on BTTV and Franker Faces. They're cool. And then when you guys type them, they appear in the background too. But like, I don't think there's a way to do that on
Don't forget me.
On this. What's the code? Oh shit, I changed scenes on accident. There it is. It's on the bottom now. Also, thank you for the follow. But yeah, also like the alerts, like the one that just happened, I only know how to set that up for Twitch. So like the YouTube streams is like very rudimentary right now. At some point I'd like to look into like getting this a little more figured out, so that way like both chats can be integrated, both chats can have alerts. Though to be fair, I guess this can happen on Twitch too, but it's also possible like when there's like a new follow, or I guess in YouTube's case a sub, in the middle of a stream, because there's like videos on the YouTube channel, it's possible that those subs and follows aren't necessarily coming from the stream. But I don't know, I guess that doesn't really make that big of a deal. Your game crashed, so you're gonna have to go? Oh, man. Alright, well, no worries. Oh, shit, ice rink. Fuck you! Get blue shelled, idiot. You idiot! What? What did I hit? I collided with someone. I heard, like, the noise, but, like, did not see the results. Oh. Also, what course is this? Is this Vancouver? Oh. This one's alright. Yeah, of course it's Vancouver. There's a hockey ring. You can tell where you are in the world just by there being, like, sports. Shit. Oh, we're doing bad. Okay. Just get your guys' thoughts on something here. If I were to do... Hang on. So if I were to take this and do it like... Fuck, there's too many things on this scene. I keep trying to grab the border and it's grabbing the wrong thing. So if I were to move the game capture to be like... I don't know, like that. And then I had... let's see, group. And then I had like this. Is that distracting? Let's see, like that's too small to read. And I don't really love overlaying it. But like, if I do it like this, like that looks fine, I guess, but like now the game window is like too small. But for it to be like the right size, I almost have to like overlay the chat on top of the game. I think at that point it would be better if I had like one of those chat plugins where the chat message goes away after a couple seconds. So that way it's not forever blocking it. Maybe I could do something like that. So, this is soup, yeah. Soup redeems, however, don't come through. Like there's nothing I can do about that. I don't remember what size I had this now. I think it was like that. No, it was a little smaller than that. Like that, yeah. What do you guys think? Is that like this? Is that too distracting? Or is that good? I guess we can run with it. Should I make it smaller? Put it like there. And then move the window. And that's the background. I want to lock that in so I don't move that on accident. Alright. Also, wait a minute. I had a chat plugin that specified that it was specifically the YouTube chat. Where did that one go? Group. Oh, it's this one. Yeah, it says Twitch chat on top. But it has the Gabe Awards logo. Okay, there we go. This is how we'll stream for the rest of this. What do you guys think? This isn't too distracting or anything, right? Yeah, I think this is perfect. All right. Hi. No? Oh, okay. Goodbye. Where's the button? I could have made that louder. Yeah, OBS crashed. I don't know. I tried to delete the chat. Tried to delete you guys from the scene, and then it crashed. Shigeru Miyamoto was just too powerful being on screen. Anyways, let's resume. We'll have to create a new code, but... Did I even actually play as Morton? I talked about him being a vampire and then didn't select him. Alright, here's the new code. You can't remove the coconut from TF2? What does that mean? We have 8 more tracks to go, by the way, and then I'll do if we want, I can do a little bit of online, but I'm gonna be gone after that. Yeah, like I said at the start of the stream, I wanted to do a fight night tonight as well. I wanted to check out that JoJo's stream game on stream today, but I think that'll be best saved for when I have like higher energy. There's a coconut in the files for Team Fortress 2, and if you remove it, the game doesn't work. Huh? Yeah. That voice hurts to do. Why does that voice hurt to do? It's not how that's supposed to work. Isn't it supposed to happen this way? Is Cody dead? They were there when in chat. Well, how you doing? Well, I'm dropping some frames, or I was. I think those are just some startup frames that I was dropping. We're good. You ever just make like Street Fighter death noises? Or just Street Fighter noises in general, I guess. Just, oh, Dokken! You just do that? You ever like jump in bed with your cat in your arms and you're like, Hatsumaki Seppuku! What is this? What is this video? What did you just send me? It's like a 6-minute video. This is not a meme video. I guess that's Coconut Origins. If you're gonna send a video in this chat, it's gotta be less than 30 seconds. Otherwise, I will kill you. So, your days are numbered. I think Cody may have, unfortunately passed away. So, I might have to do the rest of these, single player after all. Alright, well, Cody comes back, I'll do some more online. But that's cool. Thanks, OBS. Alright, to be fair, that was kind of my own fault for fucking around and finding out. But we'll just do the remaining 8 tracks and then I guess we'll call it there. So let's start with Rome Avanti. It's obviously the most recent wave. I have the least amount of experience with this wave. But also, weirdly enough, some of my favorites are in this wave. I like DK Summit. Fish tells me DK Summit is nerfed. I think it's nerfed if you are used to the double dash physics, which having gone back to that somewhat recently, I can confirm I love double dash. I don't like its driving mechanics. Nice, because like the course used to be pretty difficult. And now it's a lot harder to fall off, but I think that's just because of Mario Kart 8's driving mechanics. Fuck you! Also, that was the place where Diavolo made everyone switch bodies with each other. That certain stone building that we were just in. Was that also the place in part 2, JoJo's, where the chariot thing happened, or was that like a different Coliseum? Oh, thanks, Stream Elements. I'm live. Did you know Gabriel Search for A is streaming Mario Kart 8? That's not the way to go. See, I went directly where the arrow pointed. Like, directly where the arrow pointed. Oh! Yeah, this is the place. Polnareff was here. And, like, he was in a wheelchair. Good times. What? Fuck you. This game sucks. Didn't even play as Dry Bowser today, by the way. I just saw him there and reminded me. I came in 10th. Jesus. And here I was thinking I was a gamer. Still waiting for part 7 discussions. I know. The thing with part 7 is it's not an anime. Like, I started watching anime, like, actually. Like, I had seen a couple beforehand, but, like, I hadn't really watched any anime, keep in mind, until I did that Dragon Ball binge watch in 2022. I was gonna say last year, but it's no longer last year, so, yeah, 2022. And then, immediately after finishing that, I started watching JoJo's. And as for manga, the only manga that I've read is the Zelda ones before the Twilight Princess manga. So, you know, I'm still new to this weeb shit, alright? Give me some time. Morton just crashed headfirst, cracked his skull open and is now bleeding out. Now I'm watching my favorite anime lately, though. I mentioned this before, but I recently started watching a new anime, guys. The main character's name is Heisenberg, and then the other main character's name is Jesse. Yeah, it's this little show called Breaking Bad. Yeah, they do math in that show. What is this? Do you think Roshi wished for eternal youth a year before King Piccolo got his wish? That fight would have played out differently. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the original Dragon Ball? King Piccolo, yeah. Sure. I love that the blue shell can't catch up in 200cc all the way. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. If Roshi would have been 25 years old, like Super fucking Mario and Gabriel Surge, then yeah, he would have been unstoppable. The Tournament of Power proves one thing and one thing only, and that is that Roshi is a lot stronger than he lets on. I still remember that one co-worker I had at my last job who like insisted that the Tournament of Power was like the worst thing to happen to Dragon Ball. And I'm over here like, I'm the motherfucker who, while I enjoyed Dragon Ball, all of it, you know, even GT, you know, when I eventually got to that, I did end up enjoying it in the end. My problem for the majority of the show was that it was Oops All Goku when it came to saving the day. And while that's still technically true in the Tournament of Power, everyone feels like they have a good amount of spotlight and doesn't feel useless. Like Roshi actually kicks some fucking ass in it. I just want them to bring back Jackie Chun. What about Hit of Universe 11? I love Hit. It's awesome. In the very brief time that I played Fighter Z, Hit was one of my mains. One day I'll get back to that. I ended up... Well, I haven't done it yet, but I'm selling my fight stick. But why did that not go after me? Okay. Totally not a translation error. What wasn't a translation error? Huh? Hit of Universe 11. What's wrong with that statement? Am I misremembering? Is he not from Universe 11? Is it the grammar? The grammar seems fine enough, I guess. 11 was Yorin. Oh. Wait, what? What universe? I don't remember the universe numbers. What universe was Hit from? Universe 6. Goku and Squadron was from 7, right? I'm optimistic about toddler Dragon Ball show. I want to like it. I'm not going to write it off immediately, but I know I've mentioned this in the past, but the big concern I have going into it was Baby Goku was definitely my least favorite part of GT. like nerfing him for no reason. I like when the show has progression. And I get it, he became so fucking powerful that they're like, where do we go from here? And, my one coworker that I previously mentioned, the real problem with Tournament of Power is less the tournament itself, but more the power scaling of Goku. And that just like, it becomes like questionably, unfathomably. I guess that's an oxymoron. You can't question it, but also be unfathomable. But that's the thing, right? This is a good course. I like this one. Finally, a PD Piranha course. PD! Fetus, Goten, and Trunks. Yeah. I was really hoping for Zygote Trunks, but that works too. No, you know what? Goten and Trunks is kind of the part that gets me the most upset, because, like, I like seeing Trunks be, like, as old as, like, future Trunks in GT. And, you know, Goten being... Well, I don't know if he was as old, but, you know, he was... Same voice actor, looked the same at least, right? No, they're older. Yeah. I liked that. And, you know, Goku has this whole thing in Z, where, you know, during the Buu arc, he's trying to, like, get Gohan to be, like, strong enough to handle shit on his own, right? Because, like, Goku can't be there forever. And, like, I get that that's true to the manga, but I also have to wonder if, like, when they were originally writing that, Akira Toriyama, if he's just like, we can't, like, actually get rid of Goku. I think that's maybe why I liked, why I got so hooked into JoJo's right away, though. Because, for as much as I like to turn my brain off and enjoy Dragon Ball, something that I kind of really respected that JoJo's did was not be willing to hold a punch when it comes to killing a main character. And it also didn't necessarily feel like forced at the same time. Like it was just right. Obviously, Jonathan goes down in season 1. I mean, there's plenty of characters actually in part 1 that goes down. What's the name of Zeppelini? What was his name? It's not Caesar. That's the guy from part 2, I think. William, right? William Zeppelini. And then I guess this is spoilers for part 6. You know, if you're like me and only have experienced JoJo's through the anime, part 6 is still kind of recent, so I kind of feel bad for saying this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Mute now if you don't want to hear this, but I'll give you 3 seconds, 2, 1. I liked how at the end of part 6, they kind of killed everyone, but also didn't. Like, it was, like, perfect in, like, JoJo's, I hate to say it, own bizarre way. JoJo's is, like, the perfect turn your brain off, don't think about it anime, but also is still kind of deep at the same time. Keyword kinda deep. It's not that deep, but it had good moments. And then right at the end of part 6, you know, when they show like fake alternate timeline, not really Jotaro, and he's like weird and like he's obviously not the same guy. And then Jolene shows up but has different name and is not Jolene but is Jolene. That's the thing that I'm most curious about. I know that I know the implication of what happened there, of like Poochie like reset the universe. And now like I know there's a character called like Diego Brando who comes into the picture, who's basically Dio. And then I think like Dio actually does come back. Or something. Like I know we start seeing returning stands in like part 7 and beyond. I don't want to know anything more than that, so don't spoil me any more than what I just said out loud. But you know, I'm looking forward to eventually absorbing part 7 and 8 and 9. You know, if part 7 gets announced to be animated like this year, then I may wait for that. I'm in no rush to read the manga, but at the same time, I like JoJo's enough that like I kind of am at the same time. It's weird. It won't be. No, it really won't. But who knows? Did Araki or whatever his name is, the creator of JoJo's, actually say that it's not going to happen? Or is that just like skeptical pessimism or whatever? Which is absolutely fair, to be fair, because I heard about... Obviously, I wasn't really around, or at least cognizant... I was around, but I wasn't cognizant of what was happening in the JoJo's release schedule when it came to Part 6, but Part 6 was like horror stories of, like, delays and not releasing and shit. It doesn't happen yearly. Well, Part 6 finished in what? When did Part 6 actually air its last episode? It was like at the beginning of last year, right? Or am I wrong? Like, I don't think it would come out, like, soon, but, like, I feel like maybe by the end of the year, we could maybe at least hear. I don't know much about it, truth be told, so I'm really not the expert here, but I feel like that could be a possibility if Netflix works out the deal, because I feel like Netflix is pretty proactive with that kind of stuff. How long did it take for Castlevania to get a season 2? Netflix releases shows in batches. You hope Netflix doesn't get Part 7? Why not? I feel like they did a great job with Part 6. Is it just like the exclusivity thing? That I'm not really a fan of. I had to create a Netflix account just for that. I don't really love Netflix's company procedures. They're kind of like the Blizzard Entertainment of streaming services. But unlike Blizzard, Netflix actually has things that I'm interested in, at least. Like, I am enjoying Breaking Bad, but this one's gonna take me a long time to watch because A, every episode is like an hour, and B, that show is stressful as fuck to watch. But it's like, it's really good character writing. I like seeing Walter be like this extremely flawed character. But like, he's so fucked up that like, at every corner I'm like, this dude's gonna get fucking caught. That's what makes it so addicting to watch. But at the same time, I'm like, I legit watched 2 episodes yesterday and was like, okay, I need to like stop. Like I had plenty of free time. I just took yesterday and was relaxing. It was nice. But then eventually I was like, I need to stop because this is too stressful for me. I'll slowly make my way through that show, but you know, there's like 62 episodes or something, so it would take me a couple months. I mean, even if I did like one episode or two a day, that would be that would be a month, and I don't really think I can muster watching the show every day. I do like it though. It's enjoyable. Oh, I looked away for a second. I thought I was done. I thought that was lap 3. What? That was horse shit. That's what I get. By the way, unrelated to anything happening on screen, if you were looking forward to Lethal Company on Thursday, there was a bit of a miscommunication as for scheduling. That will be happening Sunday this weekend, guaranteed. That's the day we agreed. So if you were looking forward to that, Sunday, 6 p.m. probably. It's going to be me, Agari, Quinn, and my other friend, Caleb. Tried to get Kenzie on board, but he's not available on Sunday, so I'll stream it with him or a different game some other time. Any mods? Haven't discussed that. Probably not, but maybe. I'll talk to them. The only ones that I'm not aware of most of them, but like I know of like the Skinwalker mod, and I know of the Yippee bug. And then, like, the technically, like, good ones to have, like, Late Company and More Company. Those are just a convenience thing. If it's just Yippee Bug, I might be able to convince them. The problem is, the person who showed me how to mod Lethal Company showed me how to do it, like, the hard way. I don't actually have the mod installer. And I don't know what it's even called. Good. Yeah! Fucking die. No, you. There's a mod for giving the Bracken Winston Overwatch's voice. I've never played Overwatch. My friend Ellie might like that one. I don't think it'll be on stream, but Ellie and Fish and Tony want to play Lethal Company too. They're not really always down to play games on stream. They like just having like chill, just like friend times. I try to stream with them every now and then, but I don't think they're just fully interested, truth be told. Ellie likes doing her art streams, but Tony and Fish just kind of, I don't think are totally into streaming anymore, which is cool. I don't know, I don't want to speak for them, of course. Maybe they would be, but I know I kind of like talked to them about it briefly, and they seemed uninterested, so it would be unlikely that I would stream with them, but I'll let you know if we stream with that, because I know Ellie likes Overwatch-ish. Or at least that she's played it. I think the game is probably fine for Overwatch. I have problems with the way they released Overwatch 2, and it was just Overwatch 1. And then they canceled everything that made it Overwatch 2. But I'm not an Overwatch fan, so it doesn't really affect me in any real way. But I'm able to separate at least the Overwatch devs from the general situation at Blizzard. Which, thank God for Bobby Kotick being, like, nuked from this universe. Hopefully he stays out of the gaming industry forever. Good riddance. Who voices Winston? Isn't it like ProZD or something? I know Matt Mercer is McCree. Does ProZD even voice in that game? I think I made that up. Overwatch. Winston voice actor. Oh, it's Crispin Freeman. I should know that. Fucking listen to like 200 episodes of his podcast. Yeah, Crispin's awesome. Anyone looking to get into voice acting and doesn't want to immediately pay for classes, I recommend two things. One, I recommend the Jello Apocalypse Tip of the Tongue series. That's also a good resource if you're just into project management. They have things for like D&D and like film. It's not just voice acting tip of the tongue. But if you want like an industry professional, giving advice, Crispin Freeman's podcast is free and is good. But anyways, that was all of Mario Kart. I know I kind of bullshitted my way through it, but that's kind of how I always play Mario Kart. But this was fun. Took a lot less time to get through than the previous stream. Only 31 minutes, guys! Since the crash. Here's my play stats. Ending the game with 1,300 coins. Bowser's Castle remains my favorite course. Try Bowser, gold tire. Just the gold, okay. There's all that stuff. Tilt controls use 0%. That shouldn't be 0%. Because I used to use tilt controls, actually, like, every time. Huh. There's my race rating. Froze, aren't you at, like, fucking, like, nearly 10k? Race rating? Or am I thinking of someone else? I know I have one friend that is. Yeah, you are. Yeah. The battle mode in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is pretty good. And with that said, I am here to now announce that this is not my last Mario Kart 8 stream. My final stream of this game will be 4 hours of Mario Kart 8 Wii U battle mode. Figure 8 circuit only. No items. It's just coin runners. No item. I don't think you can do coin runners, no items. I think you need items. Oh, there's all those people. I don't know who the fuck they are. But yeah, thank you for watching Mario Kart. That yawn is very telling that I am eepy. So, thank you for joining me. At some point, I'm going to do a fight night where I play this game. I also, as far as fighting games are concerned, have Nick All-Stars for a fight night at some point. The second one. It's a pretty good game. I'd like to show that. And then Guilty Gear Strive, which I have yet to play at all. I might play that one before I don't think I'm necessarily going to play that one blind first time. I think fighting games in particular, I need to play them a little bit before I stream them, just so I can get a handle on things. Otherwise, it's one of the most cringe streams you'll ever see. And Sea of Stars here is pretty good. I don't think I'm going to do any like videos or anything on it. It's just good. I'm enjoying it. And then I'm not really sure what I'm going to be doing next on the CSR once things are wrapped up yet. So I kind of need to figure out what game I'm doing next. I'm kind of feeling a Kirby game. I don't think I'm going to necessarily be able to stream mirror video game in the way that I wanted to, being 4-player. I can find the people, I think, fairly easily. It's just, I don't think NSO is going to work. I don't know. I can do like a test at some point, I guess. But I just don't have faith in it. I haven't played a Sonic game since Frontier. I'm not fully interested in the 2D one that came out last year, but might do one at some point. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. It's time for me to go. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Mario Kart 8 has been a joy to stream, and you know, it's kind of sad in a lot of ways that, like, in the 10 years that I've been doing content, this game has been consistent throughout it, but today is when we officially say goodbye to it, at least in a formal capacity. And you know, it's time to move on. Can't wait for Mario Kart 9 in 20 years. Take Yakuza 0 into consideration. Isn't that game long as shit? With the CSR voting, the chat votes right now, we have a 3-way tie between 2 very long games and 1 pretty long one. So regardless of if I have to manually select the winner of that with my own vote, you know, we're going to be in that realm, I think, for a while. And Metopia has been going on for a while, too. I have a feeling like FF7R would probably be just about as long as it's taken me to get through Metopia, but I don't actually know that. I've heard it's like a 40-hour game, but I heard the same about Metopia. And lo and behold, if you look at my Switch profile, my Metopia play data is at 50 hours and is going to only climb higher and higher because we're still not done. It's probably going to say like 65 when I'm done with it. I'm predicting maybe 60. We'll see, but probably 60, but still. Yeah, Metopia, we're close to the end, but we also have post-game, you know? I don't know how much of that post-game I'm going to really do, but I don't know. I'll do at least a stream, maybe more. I'd like to do more. But, yeah, I'll be here tomorrow, like I said. I don't know what time. I might be live early. I'm not really up to a whole lot tomorrow. As long as I'm feeling well, like I kind of said at the start of the stream, I've kind of been feeling like I might be getting sick. It would kind of suck if I had to miss my 10-year anniversary of things, but, you know, if life gets in the way, then so be it. It's just going to be a randomizer run of Majora's Mask, so if you want to see that, do stop by tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to do anything else tomorrow. Maybe. I might do another like one-off type game, but that's if I finish the randomizer. Or just I don't know. We'll see. And then, like I said, Sunday will be Lethal Company. I may do Metopia. Yeah, Metopia before we do Lethal. So it might be a Metopia until Lethal Company stream. So I might be early on Sunday as well. We'll see, though. Again, just kind of depends on how I feel. I need to update the screen right now. Like all the on-screen text is kind of inaccurate now. Start times would generally still be 5:30 on weekdays, but like on a weekend, I could be live whenever. I guess that's kind of always been the case, but yeah. But all right, you guys have a good rest of your night, and hope to see you again soon. Take care, and have a good weekend.